Welcome back to Mr. News Art Class. It's wonderful to see your smiling faces. Today we're going to be making an outer space watercolor resist, and it's real easy to do. For part one of this project, we're going to use crayons, just regular old, any kind of crayons. You don't want to use washable crayons because we are going to be using water on top of them, watercolor paint. But any kind of non-washable crayons should do the trick. Before we actually start drawing our outer space picture, I want to talk about 4 different ways that you can color with crayons. Here I've just got 4 boxes so we can talk about these 4 different ways. In box number 1, we're just going to leave that completely empty, nothing in it at all. Box number 2, I'm going to scribble it like I'm in preschool. Nah, that's good if you're in pre-K, but no, just ugly. Ew. Box number 3, I'm going to take my time, color very neatly inside the lines, but notice how I'm not pushing down at all. I'm making it light and soft. This is actually my favorite way of coloring with crayons, getting that nice dark outline and the light color inside, but this is not going to work for today. Nope. So moving on to box number 4, this is how we have to color everything we make in this project. Notice that I'm pushing super hard, getting a thick layer of color. Crayons are made out of wax, and that thick layer of wax is going to resist the watercolor paint that we put on later. Here's what I mean. Watch as I paint here around that box number 4, and you see how the paint just rolls right off of the wax. That's because wax is water resistant and the watercolor paints have a lot of water in them. And as I paint around box number 3 here, you see that it kind of works, but if you look closely you can see that some of that paint still sticks inside the box there. And that's really not what we want. Let me zoom in here and show you a little closer. Notice how there's these little spots where the black paint covers up the crayon, and here there's not. That's because there's not enough wax. So again, let me show you that difference up close. See here, the water just rolls right off of that wax in box number 4, but on box number 3 it kind of stays there. Box number 2 and box number 1 just ain't gonna work at all. But box number 4, that's how we have to color everything for this project. So here I'm going to be using crayons to color an outer spacey picture, but I am not going to color the outside black. I'm going to do that with paint later. So before I even draw anything here, I got to figure out, what do I even want to include? I mean, if it's an outer space picture, well, you could just go with planets and stars and asteroids, or maybe you could add rocket ships, space stations. Maybe you could add aliens or alien spaceships. Maybe you could add a comet. Maybe you could add the whole solar system. I mean, you could go really anywhere with this. I'm going to start with the sun here and then move on to draw planet Earth and maybe some other stuff too. And notice that right up here on the North Pole, I've used a white crayon. I know it doesn't look like it's doing anything, but white crayon will still resist the watercolor paint later. And if I want any part of my picture to stay white, I'm going to use a white crayon to color it in. Now I think down in this corner, I'm going to use a couple of warm colors here to make sort of a gas giant planet, kind of like Jupiter or Saturn, but I'm going to kind of make it up as I go. I'm not going to try to make it a real planet from our real solar system. But those kind of planets usually have swirls around them, and so I'm going to use these colors to make swirls around this sphere. Now I think I want to fill the rest of this empty space around and between everything with some stars. What I don't want to do is tap, tap, tap a billion things randomly. I want to make sure that I put my stars in precisely where I want them. Notice that I'm making little dots, one dot at a time. Let me zoom in a little to show you that up close. Notice that for each one of these little stars I make, I'm making a tiny little circle and filling it in by pushing really hard with that crayon. Notice that I'm spreading them out. I don't have just a line of stars. Some are closer together and some are spaced out farther apart. Now this is what it looks like all finished, and it is ready for the watercolor paint. Notice that the edges of my planets and my sunshine are all nice and dark. They've been pushed really hard with the crayon, so I'm not worried about my paint covering over those things. I need to make sure my brush always stays wet, and notice that as I paint across those stars, they shine right through. So I go water, color, and then if I put too much paint on a star, it covers it up. But if I spread it out, it'll work. So always make sure that your brush stays wet and that you spread the paint out. If your brush gets dry, this project won't work. Or if you don't spread the paint out enough, then it won't work. And if you look at the bottom of my planet Earth there, you see that there are some little specks. We can just dab those up with a paper towel. And be sure you're just dabbing. You don't want to wipe. Just pat it dry. And putting these last finishing touches on here, this last little corner, and that's pretty much done. And this resist process works because crayons are made out of wax, and wax is water resistant. You could also use oil pastels because they would resist the watercolors too, but I find that you'll get smudges on it if you do that.